So I'm joined by Robbie Blake after watching the Rocks lose 2-0 to Bowers Pitsea. Robbie, how can you sum that up? I know it's hard, but...
Yeah, no, not very good. We just going through that period of time, I think, Pete, where we just look a bit stuck in the motions and not a lot going on. Defensively, not good enough in terms of conceding goals, and we don't look like we're going to score a goal. So we've got problems, and that's what me, Jamie and Jack will be trying to address, and the quicker we can do that. But I think there needs to be a calmness about us, i.e., as you've seen, we're sort of planning for next season and where we need to be, and I feel like these games tell you everything you need to know, i.e. where you are and what areas you need to improve in, and I feel we'll do that.
Have you got any areas you think we can improve in positions?
How long have we got for the interview?
Well, however long you can take. Well, you can say it briefly if you want.
It's not. It's just, we've got so many areas. Need to be more penetrative up front. We don't look like we're going to score. We haven't got enough presence up front. Defensively, we're conceding goals from too many goals in terms of, you look at the game today. How much possession did they have? And we had the majority of the game, but we never hardly put them under any pressure. And that's due to lack of penetration and playing with a purpose. And every time we got the ball wide, I can't remember how many crosses came in or how many first crosses beat the first man. Just not good enough, and the players have been told. And like you said, we're going through that transitional period at the minute, and I feel like these performances in these games don't really give me an headache, and I can only speak for myself because it sort of intensifies and highlights how far we need to sort things out. Well,
we'll go on to the second and a half, 2.5 minutes into the game. The throw from Joe Dandy wasn't the best.
No, he sort of slipped out of his hand a little bit.
Yeah, but it's safe to say, even their commentator in French said it was never a red card.
No, it's not a red card. Robbo's got to do better initially. Harvey's just come together. I feel Joe Cook's on the cover. And it's never a red card, but referees at this level give decisions, poor decisions, and you've got to get on with it. But I'm not worried about the decisions. I'm more worried about us as a team and what we can do and how can we impact the game. And we didn't impact the game nowhere near good enough for the amount of ball we had. We had no penetration going forward, and they did sit in deep, but that's when you've got to be clever with your passing, recycle it and go out the other way, and you still play with tempo and pace, but we're nowhere near it. We're absolutely nowhere near it.
And then it wasn't 10 versus 11 for long because they had a player sent off again, which...
Ridiculous decision yet again. But like you say, you're laughing. You're laughing about it, and you've been a referee, and you're laughing.
Yeah.
And not very good. Listen, it evened it out.
He was consistent, but consistently
bad.
Both wrong decisions.
Yeah. And, I said to Jay on the bench, OK, this might be a chance for us to go. And then we concede. When we're 10v11, we look really comfortable. Then we go 10v10, and we concede so easy. And the goal's poor from our point of view. I think Joe Cook gets too tight, gets rolled, and then Ethan, in my opinion, is not defending where he is on the back post, which results in obviously a goal. So difficult. You'd always an uphill battle. And then I thought we came out in the second half with a bit of tempo, sort of a little bit, and then we concede the goal, and that's us done. And what I've just told them, we need players to roll the sleeves up and dig in for the cause and for the club. This is a fantastic football club, and you've got to wear the badge with pride, and I don't see enough people doing it.
Well, we'll go on to the substitutions. Any reasoning for the people you took off today?
No, well, listen, you're trying to make changes. We tried to get a bit more width in the team, so we felt Ethan playing at left back. Thought Craney's more up to that job, and then we brought obviously Harvey on and took Sam and Charlie Bell off because we needed the width. And then at the end we're 2-0 down. We want to try and bring Harrison on, a more attacking player. So we thought push James into midfield because he can still break lines. To try and get in the box, which he did obviously from the disallowed goal, and then Harrison can come on the left. So it is what it is. You're trying, and unfortunately when we're struggling a little bit and we're struggling for areas, you have to try and do the best you've got.
Well, of course, we've seen in a week Ashton Lee's departure. Have you got a message for Ashton?
Listen, I wish Ashton all the best. He's done good things in the 3 years. He's a good lad, and I wish him all the success he gets, and no bad feelings. It's just one of them things, and he moves on, we move on, and hopefully he goes on and has a successful career.
Lastly, we didn't. I saw Jack briefly before the game, and then he left. Any news where Jack was today? Was he?
No, he was going to have a look at a few players, and you know, with Jack's experience and knowledge of the game, you know, we felt that, you know, Jack said, I'm going to go and watch a game, and obviously left me and Jamie in charge, and you know, that's where it was.
Lastly, going on, of course, you've seen the bucket collections and stuff today for the stuff that's happening in Ukraine. How good was it to see? I heard everyone getting behind the calls. Such a sad world we live in at the moment, Robbie, isn't it? So,
yeah, it's a sad world and it's a terrible world, and you know, my heart goes out to the Ukrainian people and them as a country, because you know what's happening at the minute is not very nice, and all we can do is try and, you know, rally around people, and if we can make any cause worthwhile, then it's so important to that.
Well, the last thing I want to say is we don't want the fans not to come anymore, just because we feel like we're just going through a transitional period, which every club does, and it's a good time to have it coming to the end of the season to get stuff right for the start of next season. So have you got a message for the fans just to keep them upbeat?
Yeah, just stay with it. There will be processes made throughout the season, towards the end of the season. We will get into a much better place next year, and you know, everybody in terms of the staff, as far as I'm aware, want a successful team on the pitch, and I think we'll be going all out to have that for this fantastic football club, because they do deserve a better team that we've got at the minute and what we've put out. So we will get there. We've just got to be patient with it and try and see the process of, you know, there's a transformation going on. You can't change everything overnight. What you can do is do little bits at a time. Does it impact on your performances? Possibly. But what we're going to try and do is nullify that as much as we can, knowing that we're going to try and get better players in.
Right. Cheers, Robbie. Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Bye. Simon.